Math, and I'm going to teach you about how to be a great Writing Center tutor here at the Baltimore City College High School. Use some mock sessions with my fellow tutors showing you how to act and not to act during the session.
Hi, Center. My name is Amber. I'll be your tutor. Hey, Ashley, what did you come in to work on?
I have a reflective statement that my teacher said sucked. So, yeah. So, I want to know how to make it better.
Okay, so, yeah, let's make it better. How do you think we should make it better?
He said that it's not reflective enough on culture part. So,
Okay, so let's make it more reflective. How should we make it more reflective?
don't know. I think just like talking about how it affected me.
Okay. How do you like the paper though? Like, other than
I think so.
yeah. So maybe, I mean, if you like it, you really don't need to do that much work on it. You can like.
Okay. Okay.
So, yeah.
Alright, so what you just saw was a bad example of how a tutor should act during a session. The first thing that the tutor did wrong was ask, how do you think we should make it better? Which is not a very good thing to ask, considering that the client came in to have that question answered for them and not have it asked back to them. So one recommended thing to do would be, if you're going to ask this question, maybe you could give a suggestion in the form of a question. For example, why don't you try doing this? Would you be comfortable doing this? And things like that. Another thing that the tutor did wrong was not give the client a lot of attention. As you can see in the screenshot, the tutor just looked away and didn't seem very interested. So something a tutor wants to do is to give their clients a lot of attention so that they feel like they're comfortable and that they actually have someone who's there to listen to them. Another thing that the tutor did wrong was ask, how should we make it more reflective? Which doesn't really inform the client of how to improve their work. So the client came to the Writing Center with a goal to improve their work or have to start on their work. And in this case, the client came to improve their work. And asking them how they should make it more reflective doesn't really help them figure it out, since they came to have that question answered for them. So maybe you should give them an idea instead of just asking them that question. Just in order to make them think, you could ask them, well, what do you think should make it better? Or what did your teacher say about making it better? And the final thing that the tutor did wrong was suggest that the client shouldn't work on their paper, which is what you should never ever want to do. Because if you tell this to the client, then they're going to think that their paper is just perfect and everything they write is perfect. When in reality, there's no such thing as perfection. So there's always room for improvement, and you should always suggest, even if you think the paper is perfect, and even if the client thinks the paper is perfect, you should always suggest that they read through and improve something. And now we will move on to the next mock session, which is an example of how a tutor should act.
My name is Amber. I'll be your tutor today.
Hello, I'm Ashley.
Hey, Ashley. What did you come in to work on today?
I have a reflective statement that my teacher said I should make more reflective.
Right.
But I don't really know how to do that.
So let's think about what your teacher may have meant by more reflective. So what do you think your way to give you?
I think I talked a lot about like facts that the people in the aisle said, but not really how it made me feel or think.
So do you know any specific places where you can kind of go in and add a little bit more personal like aspects to your paper?
Maybe after like each fact.
Nice. So you want to like write that in so you can take a note of that before we come back. Is there anything else that you want to work on for your paper?
All right, as you could tell, that was the good session, and this is how a session should turn out. And the first thing that the tutor did right was to shake hands with the client and introduce herself to break the ice, which is great for you to get to know your client better so you could tutor them a lot easier and they'll be a little bit more comfortable with letting you tutor them. Another thing that the tutor did was make eye contact, which is very important during communication so that they feel like you're actually wanting to talk to them and actually want to help them with their work. And another thing that the tutor did well was ask if the client wanted to work on anything else, which is great because sometimes the clients are a little bit shy and they don't really want to share their work. So asking them if they want to work on anything else could really help them know that the tutor is just there to help and they're just there for as long as you need them. And this is how every tutor should be, and asking questions along these lines with open-ended questions to help the client figure out the answers for themselves so they can learn how to better their paper. Fundamentals of being a great tutor. Good luck tutoring, and thanks for watching. And I'm show you what to do and not to do during a session with my fellow tutors, showing you I do that.
I knew you were gonna mess up.
Sessions about
The script is in front of you.
I know